Alright, so this wasn't how I was planning to record this one because I can't carry it. I'll go ahead and move that thing out of the way a little bit. Because I forgot the phone holder for one of my little tripods, so god dang it. That wire's just going to be there because that's from my dash cam. No, actually, since it's full right now, I'll move that out of the way. So, the weirdest fucking way I'm going to be driving for a while. And since I went into it, welcome to another ride with Rotn. Depending on how things go, one of the next videos for this may actually include my dad with me. This is going to be the absolute weirdest fucking one I do. Because it's not going to be in the perspective I want, or orientation. But we'll try a bit of a short one to see how it goes. It's more annoying than getting a cold sore again. It's always one of the annoying things. So like, these can be caused by stress. Well, now I'm stressed out that I got one. Otherwise, it's nice actually having a Saturday off again and not just feeling freaking worn out. So we'll get this as something since I haven't done the gun stuff I've meant to. And that's been on me, like usual. I don't really know what to talk about because I was like, oh, let's try this. I figured, go try getting a little recording and think of something to talk about. Son of a, what am I going to talk about? Everybody's probably hearing the engine go and the vehicle on the road. It's actually kind of weird they turned this into a four-way stop. I can understand the reasoning for it. But the semi is going all of which ways. So for this one, you get to see part of my altimeter, and that I probably need to replace my freaking that scent dispenser thingamajig. I can't remember what it's called. Because I'm what I like to call a mostly functioning idiot. I can do all my job, apparently from a lot of what I hear, better than most. But I am not the smartest man in the world. Alright, since it's more of a rural area and it's a paved road, okay, it's not that speed. It's a little higher than I meant to. The speed limit's usually going to be 55. Because of Sinatra. Sinatra says, brought that back, or memory back of, dish 55. That was the wrong thing to hit. And this does go through and does a very easy to the side of the road like I was kind of wanting. And it's just by no means the fucking, not perspective, orientation of what I wanted the camera to be. So, yeah. Guess it's the way she goes sometimes. You gotta try to make do. I mean, I could have just said screw it and gone for a drive tomorrow, which I still might do, even though gas prices are higher than I'd like. Oh wow, that train track's a lot quieter than it used to be when you went over it. Maybe my vehicle just has better suspension than it did when I was younger. No, not take out that way. We'll just take this all the way to Hamilton, go east for a little while longer, then start going back north so I can stop at the Stowe before I go home. Pick up my actual first meal that I should have picked up on my way to my folks' house, but I just picked up a snack. I do forget for some spots in Michigan how much farmland there actually is around. It's like driving around, it's like going more towards Hamilton, and a lot of this area is farmland. I kind of wish I could show better. Actually, I kind of can. No, I'm not going to mess with the phone. Just let it sit there, see how well it goes. Since I'm not on the highway or anything, I'm not going to be cussing anybody unless a deer runs out. So then I'll have to go back to my folks' house. And I'm sure my pocket knife could do most of the gutting of it after I got the cops there and got it for my thing. But do all the rest, the quartering of it and everything, I'd need some of the tools that I have that are all at my folks' house. And pretty sure my dad wouldn't mind the free venison. But this is actually a nicer area than a lot of people give it credit for. Looking around at it and whatnot. I know it's like with this, it's going to be a limited view, extremely, and I'm making a stupid ass long video that's not landscape. Or is it? Yeah, landscape's the only thing, so it's going to be in like the portrait or whatever. I mean, I'll do this for a bit. I'm actually looking forward to when I have everything set up and like me and my dad just drive towards a restaurant or something. The worst you'll hear is one of the windows open, because he is a smoker, so he will smoke a cigarette from time to time. Although getting close to retirement, he has cut back. I think due to the cost and some of the stress they've been, or the cost and then the reduction of stress in their lives, they've been able to cut back. I mean, shit, I quit like 4 or 5 months after I got out of the military. I mean, hell, if I could like get off caffeine and not drink like once a week, I'd be almost an ideal freaking Mormon. Or whatever religion has that. Alright, so getting to a part of the area I haven't really driven through so much. Got a church. You can tell they got quiet neighbors. People just dying to get in there. That's a bad joke, and I don't care. Alright. And most of what else I've had to bullshit about, I've already talked about with my dad, so anything else, don't really have any pissed offness anymore. All the dumb shit from last night got out of my system. Hell, we'll see how I even feel on Tearstream later on. And we're getting up to farmland, far as the eye can see. Guarantee you some of the wooded areas near here that are near these farms are really good for hunting. Because people, or the animals, will still go for that, for cultivated food, because hey, it's free calories. Like I said, I'm more excited for a couple weeks or whatnot, do this thing with my dad. Maybe that'll actually pick up some, because he's got some stories to tell, and maybe us both should be a bit more entertaining. This could someday become something to offset monetarily, though it's highly unlikely. Oh, at least the heater's finally gotten up to where my toes are warming back up. Alright, so what's the next road coming up? Screw it, we'll just take this right. I should have stopped at the gas station in Hamilton and grabbed something to drink. If anyone's curious about those two spots, yeah, I got some light cracked pits in my windshield that have been the repair of what they can be repaired done. Depending on how things go with my FJ Cruiser, probably try to get the windshield replaced in a few years. So I've had this 2012, since 2021 time frame, and it hasn't cracked out, and they've been there since there. Should have did some more looking at vehicles when I got out of the military and test drove a couple more, but this one was a comfortable ride, wasn't too terribly expensive, it's paid off now, and I was tired of borrowing my folks' vehicles at the time. I've got a bad habit of that. Whenever I go to, it's like if I don't have a vehicle to go to get a vehicle to find the first one I like that rides mostly well, and then get that one, the first one that rides well and I mostly like, and then yeah, go with that and see how things go. I can definitely smell the fire that guy had going. There's just a lot of farmland over by Hamilton. Alright, we're gonna go and head north again. Start heading back towards Holland. I'll probably only do this for a few more minutes just to try to get something, since I haven't made a video since it fucking snowed. Well, we had more snow. because it has snowed a couple times this week. Because, like every freaking state, the weather is psychotic in a lot of cases. Okay. I don't think I've ever been out this way, or at least in this area. Yeah, I did more of exploring on bicycles than I ever, when I was younger, than I ever really did with the vehicles. I kind of think I should have. Maybe back in the day. Listening to a lot of people online, and even some of the people I've ran into that I graduated high school with, and that, like, compared to most, I have led a dramatically boring life when compared to most people. I mean, yeah, I got busted for shoplifting back in elementary school, and I had to deal with that. Then having a brother that went to prison, and a lot of other shit. Just, I made the decision I didn't want to live that lifestyle. And then at 22, I joined the military, which in some cases I regret, and a lot of others I don't. One of the really big things it did help me with is it got me out of my local area. So if for some odd reason, if anyone ever listens to this and they have like younger friends or family members or whatnot, I don't mean like little kids, but like as they get into their teens and they're going to be adults and whatnot, at some point in your life, you should move out of your local area, at least for at least a couple hours away, for no more than a couple of years. Like, your friends and family might get a little pissed, but it's going to give you a good perspective you never had. And it's exponentially better. It's usually an exponentially better perspective than like motherfuckers who have never left their hometown. More than like to go out for a vacation or some shit. Goddamn, like I forget how much farmland there actually is in Southwest Michigan. And people got cows and all sorts of other stuff. People that homestead and whatnot. But the people with the farms are the ones actually offsetting their freaking their quote unquote carbon footprint or whatever. But yeah, going back to like the perspective thing, it's a good thing to get outside your local area, get a better look on things. It may cement some things, it may not. It's not going to make everybody a whiny ass progressive or some heartless fucking conservative, as some people may try to say. Alright, got nothing coming. Oh, shit, I actually had a little bit of it. But then, like, yeah, join the military, like, it's a lot like any other job in some aspects of, like, you're going to meet some people you will treasure throughout. It's like knowing them and the relationships you've had with them for years to come, and some you wished you never would have met. Just the funniest thing for the military is how you can be put in charge of thousands to millions to billions of dollars worth of equipment, but you're not deemed intelligent or independent or whatever enough to have a fucking hot plate in your room. Like, God forbid you have more than maybe a microwave and a refrigerator. Like, I know there'd probably be that one person that's like, well, that's because lower enlisted are fucking dumb. Yes, some lower enlisted are fucking dumb. There's also a lot of dumb senior enlisted. Alright, what am I coming up on? I want to continue us on for a bit while. Oh, holy shit, that was an old ass Jeep truck. Like, in some cases, this would probably almost work better if I could just, strap the fucking, like, a GoPro to my head or something. And y'all could see what I could see in that whole thing of how I look around. But for now, you get this. Adams Street. Now what we'll go left, and then the next right we can make, we'll go right and see where it takes me. Come on. Is that a Ford? Yeah, that's a Ford. Yeah, I don't think I've been around this way. Walnut Creek? No. Another small cemetery. Ooh, that's an old house. Or at least made to look old. Some brick houses are pretty neat. Though I will agree with a lot of people online, or at least a lot of what I've seen, that a lot of modern architecture and like a modern appeal of design is fucking garbage. Like, it's not appealing to look at, but it's not hated to look at. It's just like bland. I don't even know exactly where I am, but I'm going to call it here and at least get a short 23-minute video out and do everything for it. That way I'm at least trying to get some content out on my low effort channel. Maybe get somewhere. Hopefully you have a good week. No daylight savings times either happening or happened. And St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so most people would say, don't forget to wear green. If you're legally allowed to, go ahead and partake of something. Have a good one.